Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is StrangerPalooza. This is Kyle of Coachmen. You're the
How's it going, guys?
Regional sales manager.
Sales manager, western half of North America. So
Yep.
state of Kansas and western Canada as well.
Exactly. And I say all of that because we're in Portland. We're actually, right now, we're in Sandy. Right?
Sandy, Oregon.
Sandy,
just
Oregon.
outside of Portland.
Yes.
So.
And we're here with Johnson RV that I think you guys consider one of your premier dealers. We're going to highlight some different dealers here that Coachmen appreciates,
so
right?
Johnson is one of those dealers that kind of share the same values that we at Coachmen Vans have. So, you know, quality, customer-centric, focused on the customer experience. So they're a kind of a match made in heaven for us. They represent us very well. They're kind of an extension for us. And a lot of times too, they're the interaction that the customer is going to have between us as a manufacturer and their experience. So Johnson's a premier dealer here. They're here in Sandy, so the Portland market. They're also down in Medford in Southern Oregon, then also up in Fife, which is going to be your Seattle market, with some more locations coming this next year.
So we thought sometimes, as Kyle's saying, the first person you meet that you can associate with a builder like Coachmen Class B is going to be the folks at the dealership. Right. So speaking of that, we want to bring in Michelle.
Yeah, this is Michelle here.
And you guys might recognize her because she makes videos.
Might recognize me from my great Google reviews as well.
Yes, absolutely. What exactly do you do with Johnson, Michelle?
So I'm an outfitter. My job is basically to matchmake and help customers go camping. So my main objective is to figure out what people's dreams are, what their budget is, and kind of how to connect them with the right coach. And we carry tons of inventory, lots of manufacturers, lots of brands, new and used. And Coachmen's honestly one of my favorite products. So when I got invited here today to come talk about Coachmen, 4-hour drive, but I was super excited to come down and just share it with you and talk about the product because it's a great one.
Yes, we appreciate it. And as Michelle was just saying, one of the things I've noticed here with Johnson is the first thing they do when you walk in the door as a customer, they want to identify exactly who you are and what your dream is, what you're looking for, right?
Exactly.
And so when that comes to this beautiful Nova here from Coachmen, which is built on a ProMaster chassis, and it's a pop top, which Coachmen has started doing this year. I think you've got, this is a D we're looking at here.
Correct. This is a Nova 20D floor plan. So the facility that we're in right now too is Johnson's check-in facility. So when we ship an RV from us as manufacturers, this is where it's going to come to first. So for us, it's going to arrive on the back of a semi. So there's no mileage between here and Indiana. It's going to get unloaded off the truck right outside of this building, and then gets rolled in here. And then one of the many techs that work in this beautiful facility are going to go through it top to bottom, make sure it's prepped and ready to be on the showroom floor or delivered to a customer.
So some of the things that the dealership goes through once this unit arrives, we're extremely thorough with our pre-delivery inspection process. We definitely trust the factory and the quality of work that they do, but our job is to make sure we put a second pair of hands and eyes on everything in this coach. So our team's going to go through, they're going to test all of the plumbing, the electrical, all the systems. They're going to make sure the microwave gets hot, your fridge gets cold. They're going to flush toilets. They're going to check drains. They're going to make sure there's no leaks, no issues, that we can push that pop top up smoothly, that the windows open and close. They basically just go through, try everything that you're going to be using while you're out camping to make sure when you leave here, you can take it straight out and go camping and have that confidence that you're not going to have issues.
So what we hope to do to show you guys here today, and we're working with Kyle as well as the guys here at Johnson, if you already have a Coachmen Class B, this is a good location. If you have some issues, and if you're in this neck of the woods, you can come through and get your issues dealt with. As well as if you don't have one yet and you're looking for a good dealership to have that good dealership experience.
Whether you're looking for world-class service or you're just looking for a world-class experience of buying the rig that you want to spend the next coming years in, everything's kind of centered right here, no matter what you need.
Right. So that's what we're going to do here today. That's what we're going through. Let's get to it.
So just wanted to give you a quick experience of this Coachmen. The Nova 20D has the twin beds in the back. This one is optioned with a pop top, which is great because it adds sleeping for 2 additional adults up there. You've got all of your system stuff right up front. Firefly touch panel, this is how you're going to control all of your systems, check your tanks, all that good stuff. This just arrived from the factory, so you can see in the cab we still have the seats wrapped in plastic, just getting ready to be prepped and brought to our showroom over in Sandy. With this particular coach, you get just so much out of it. You've got Amish cabinetry, 1-piece surround in here, so you don't have to worry about cracks or leaks. That is a porcelain toilet, really easy to clean, really comfortable. Lots of storage in this model. This is one of my favorite pieces, is this pull-out pantry. I love that. And then you've got more storage below with pull-out drawers. And if you look at it, they dovetail all of the woodwork in here. Not many manufacturers do that. You're gonna see a lot of particle board and staples out there, but Coachmen really believes in quality, and so do I. So this is one of the things that just kind of makes them stand out. And what we really appreciate is just all this amazing storage. They're so well insulated. Look at how big this fridge is. So much space. Pull-out freezer, which you can also option to be the same temperature as your refrigerator. I've got a lot of customers that use that as their drink fridge and food fridge. So if you want to have frozen goods or you just want to have some extra drinks that stay cold, multi-purpose and lots of space. This is one of the largest fridges on the van market. So if you're a cook, you like to go out for weeks at a time, you can fit all of your food and just be really comfortable. You even get a spice rack with it. So how cool is that?
Who do you see usually comes in looking for something like this?
So it could be anybody, really. So I see a lot of retirees that are looking to get out there and travel and maybe have a spot to bring grandkids with them with that pop top. I've got some younger folks. I actually had a lady in her probably mid-30s that purchased one from me, a 20D exactly, to just travel with her friends and be able to just get out there. She's got a snake she's bringing with her in the Coachmen too.
Nice.
So I'm strapping in a snake and all that good stuff. So, you know, it's a kind of a
That's
wide
interesting,
range.
right? All the different kinds of pets that folks have. A few dogs, some cats, snakes.
Yeah, but what I find when they, when we're actually landed on a Coachmen product, what those customers are looking for is something that's quality. They don't want to be back in our service center. They don't want to have issues. They want to stay warm or they want to stay cool. And when they start to learn about how this product's built and why it stands out against some of the competing products on that Ram ProMaster chassis, it's an easy sale for a customer to get into and feel comfortable and confident and keep that confidence after the fact.
All right, guys. So we are now in, this is the main dealership, Carl?
Yeah, this is the main dealership. We're sitting actually in the showroom right now. So when you first pull into the dealership, you'll walk in a door just right over a few feet away from here. This is where you'll get met with an outfitter that works here and sit down, go over some questions, find out what's important to you, what you're looking for, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, right now we're sitting in the showroom, and then also too, this is where they do a lot of the deliveries. Where we just came from is where we delivered the coaches from us as the manufacturer, where they prep them. Once they're prepped and get kind of their stamp of approval, then they'll get moved up here to here on the lot and be displayed to customers, or a lot of cases, like these two right here, these are retail orders, so they're here fresh. Went through inspections and they're just waiting for the customers to come pick them up over the next couple of days.
Right.
So they'll do
this
that.
is where that would happen.
Right here in these areas, they'll kind of set them up as individual booths. When there's nice weather outside, they'll do it right outside of here. But
so just a real comfortable waiting area, or if you're waiting for your delivery appointment, you've got somewhere really comfortable to sit and relax. We've got some snacks for sale. We have a free coffee machine here with all kinds of delicious coffees and cocoa that is just readily accessible to our customers. We've got bottled water for you and just a really comfortable environment. But as you're waiting, or if you just wanted to browse, we have our accessory department set up with just some different pieces that you can purchase for your RV.
So because I know you have at this point 2 other locations, including the one that you're at. How different is that from this?
So a little bit different. In Fife, we've got a little bit larger indoor showroom. So one of the things about the experience with us, rain or shine, and you want to check out floor plans or compare different manufacturers, new, used, etc., we typically will have at least 20 different coaches in our indoor showroom. So we have a lot more room to house inside. So during weather like this, where it's a little bit cold, it's raining, it's wet, just provides for a really good experience to just get hands-on, explore the vans, and figure out what camping style you have and what features might accommodate that. So we
Right.
do a lot of great interactive presentations and just help with.
Right. So one of the things I think is the beautiful thing about the relationship that the builder, Coachmen, has with the dealership, Johnson, right, is, you know, one, you're building a really good product, makes it easy for these guys to find the right person for that.
Yeah.
But if you run into any issues, the relationship here really helps in terms of getting those issues fixed, right? Starting with Johnson, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I think Johnson very much matches, our principle and our core values at Coachmen. So of giving the best experience as a consumer that you can have, that's what you're going to find here. You know, we feel that we build the best vans that a customer can get. They have the option of buying that same van from a lot of different dealers. So I think it's really important to highlight Johnson because you have the option of buying these vans that we build from lots of different people, and they all have different practices. But these guys know vans better than most. So if you want to come to somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, they're not just trying to sell you the one van that they carry. These guys carry all their major vans. They just want to find you the one that's going to make you the happiest and have the best experience as an owner.
Let's take a look at some of these vans that we have here from Coachmen. I think Coachmen has been working really hard. You guys always do a good job, but in the last year, you've worked really hard, added a lot of improvements. We have a few new things here, not everything that's coming out that we were talking about at Open House, but let's take a look here at some of the features and then show people how if things don't come with the van, but this is the right van for them, they can upgrade it, right? What do you want to start with? This beautiful
right
avalanche gray.
We've got the Beyond. This is a great place to start, and one of my favorite vans. I know that's what you've been touring in for the last couple years. And just speaking about why you made the purchase for the Beyond and some of the things that were important to you. Similar with a lot of our customers, you've got the all-wheel drive chassis, Ford Transit, one of the most reliable chassis on the market. Service centers everywhere. If you ever run into trouble, that's one of the things that we tout about Ford is you can pull into a service station in almost any state. It's not going to take a 300-mile tow to your next Mercedes dealership because they're so few and far between to find a diesel mechanic. So just some things that I really love about this, how solid the entry steps are when you go into the van. Looking at all the Amish maple cabinetry, it's painted with Sherwin-Williams paint, so if you ever get a scratch or a scuff and you need to touch it up, really easy to paint match and just get yourself back on track and keep the van looking beautiful. The wet bath is huge compared to a lot of the vans that we carry. So this is one of the things that I really like to highlight is you've got your separate sink, you've got the porcelain toilet, you've got even a place to put all of your toiletries just already there for you. You don't have to worry about where's your shampoo gonna go. The shower's nice and strong, and then they do this great thing where they cycle the water in the shower to allow it to get hot before it comes out of that drain. So if you want to be efficient, you want to make sure that your resources don't go down the drain, this is something that really works for that. Also, pointing out on the bathroom, you've got this extra leaf. So when you're in there, you can open that up and give yourself a little bit more elbow room. So that's a big point. If you are wide built, you definitely can fit really well in that.
Either that or you get a rear bath.
You get a rear bath.
Fortunately, Coachmen has that rear bath option. When you're looking at the customer to see specifically what they're looking for, how does that vary? What's their priorities? Are they looking at bathroom location, how big it is? Are they looking at refrigerator size? What's the big things that you guys notice?
For us, from our perspective of it, there's really not a right or wrong answer. It's different strokes for different folks. Some people really gravitate towards, the D floor plan or the C floor plan because it's the largest refrigerator that's in a Ford van that's out there. Some people, that's not their priority. For you guys love the rear bath floor plan, a little bit more open concept. Your sacrifice is that smaller fridge.
Yeah.
It depends on who you talk to. That's an absolute deal breaker for some people, and for others, they could care less. So, there's not a right or wrong floor plan. We just try to accommodate all of those. We just want to put in the best quality and, whatever that layout is or whatever the appliances or fixtures that are in there, we just want to do them to the best of our ability. You choose the layout that you want.
Yeah, that's the benefit with Coachmen, lots of layouts. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, Kyle, is you're also offering 3 different chassis, right? You've got the Ford Transit here, you've got the ProMaster from Ram, and of course the Sprinter, which we don't have here. Is that something that you find folks are also looking for in particular?
100%. You're going to find people that are just born and raised your Ford people, or born and raised your Dodge people. Kind of the same concept. And then it also, boils down to budget. They are at different price points, and then physical stature of it. The Nova product is a 20-foot long chassis. So in your more condensed areas, it's easier to find parking. The bigger you get, those are some things that you're going to have to come up against. So the serviceability of Ford and Ram, I think, are big draws to those over the Mercedes. But just like with the different floor plans, there's not a right or wrong answer. It's how you're using it. Are you going to be towing? The Mercedes is diesel. These are gas powered.
So who's looking for a pop top? I know that's something new from Coachmen.
Yeah, so typically with the pop top is, first of all, when the pop top's down, it's just like all of our other floor plans. So you can use it the same way you use a normal Nova. The pop top just gives you that additional sleeping area, so you have a lot of your retired couples that have young grandkids. They have the aspirations of going out there, bringing the grandkids on some long weekend trips with them. This gives them that ability. Also too, just young families, or just young single people. They have occasional friends that go traveling with them. This really opens that up to have a completely separate sleeping area. So that's kind of what we wanted to do it. And then fortunately we're able to do it on all 3 of our floor plans, including the rear bath floor plan, which is an industry first. So it still has an internal air conditioner and all of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's really, I think, the demographic of that buyer for the pop top is people that just simply want the additional sleeping space without getting a bigger rig.
Let's take a look at the back of this, Kyle, because I know you've got some Rover gear on this one.
Yeah.
And it comes with something with rims that match this, right?
Yeah, this one has our upgraded Firestone wheel and tire package.
Yeah.
So it's going to give you a little bit more aggressive chab pattern, an aggressive look to the tire. Back here on the back, this also has our new Rover Vans spare tire carrier. It's going to be a full-size spare. It matches the rest of them. So even if you didn't select this coach with the upgraded wheel and tire package, it would come with matching whatever's on there. But fantastic ladder, that way you can get up there and service your solar panels and whatnot. So optional piece, really, really good. Most ProMaster products that are out there, whether it be any of the various companies, ProMasters don't come with a spare from Ram. So it's very nice that when a lot of times people are buying these rigs to kind of go off the grid and off the beaten path, this gives you a little security of knowing you have a full-size spare. You're not relying on just a tire repair kit and an air pump.
And one of the things I noticed, Michelle, is if the van that you're buying doesn't come with this stuff, you guys can do aftermarket installs, upgrades here.
We've got an amazing upfitting team that has just books and books and pages of accessories that can be added. If you needed to change out the suspension, add a box, add some storage. You're bringing e-bikes, how are you going to carry them? We can help with that solution. You want a hammock off of the back of your coach, we can put it there. I mean, there's just so many great things that our team can do. Dream it and we can do it, or we can even recommend what you might not have thought to dream. So that's what we're here for.
I want to look at some of the tech. All the tech on these things is getting improved on the chassis side. Yeah. So what are the differences here that we're looking at? I notice now we're starting to see digital rear view. What kind of stuff is out here?
Most of the chassis have came a long way. So it all started with Mercedes. Mercedes is the first to have, kind of your creature comforts that you got used to in your normal cars, your adaptive cruise control and all of those things. Now Ford has all of that, as well as Ram. So you have your new digital rear view mirror. That's a new one for Ford, something that we've had for a little bit in the ProMaster. They come with your full safety suite, so your lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, your emergency braking, blind spot monitoring. All of that is standard on these chassis now, at least the ones that we bring in. So I can't speak to all manufacturers, but for us, all of our chassis are going to have all of that important stuff on there. So the larger screens, the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of that standard. Yeah.
A lot of customers that are really excited to start seeing these features. A lot of them have been driving cars that have them for a while. They've gotten comfortable with it. We get a lot of first-time RV buyers getting into vans, so they want to make sure that they're safe, that they have those extra safety features. It's a large vehicle, but when you get out there, it feels nimble. But they don't know what they don't know. They haven't drove one yet. They haven't camped in one yet. And just having that peace of mind, I think, is really helpful. Every now and again, I get somebody that's old school. I don't need all that tech. Well, great. Let's get you a used one then. Why splurge,
So on this unit right now, this unit has one of the new interior cabinet options. So this is going to be your modern gray color cabinet. So all of our stuff is solid maple hardwood. So one of the things that we're known for is 3/4 inch English dovetail construction, real Amish built cabinetry. So this one is modern gray. It's been probably the most popular color since we launched it over this past year. Gives a nice contemporary vibe, lightens up the interior quite a bit, but like I said, you have options. If this isn't your color palette, we have white, which is also a Sherwin-Williams paint, easily to touch up, or you just have your maple, where you just put a nice clear coat on it and you have that nice natural finish. So with that though, with this new modern gray color, you have our new herringbone floor, which is a new floor pattern that's for us. And that's also coupled with our new Corian solid surface countertops that kind of have like a marble look to them, which give a really nice feel, nice open look in here. It's nice and bright. Some of the other new features that we rolled out not long ago are gonna be, your standard convection microwave. That's also an air fryer as well. Before we would have to have a microwave, and if you want an air fryer, it's taking up storage space. So a lot of really new features that are in here. Extended countertop here in the galley area on the 22C floor plan and D floor plans as well. So a little bit more countertop space.
All right, awesome. So now what we're going to do next is go do some driving.
Yep.
And I think, Michelle, that's one of the things I did want to highlight, that this is a great location for people to come to if they're looking for their first van.
Yes.
If you already have a Coachman, let's say, or any other van, and you want some service and to have kind of an adventure along the way.
Yeah.
So just give us a little bit of a primer for that.
We've got mountains, we've got ocean, we've got beautiful waterfalls. There's the Olympic National Forest and rainforest. You've got Eastern Washington that you can head over to for some deserts, and we've got a little bit of everything when it comes to climate, all within a couple hours drive. So we have a lot of customers that actually fly in from all over the country to take advantage of our service, to take advantage of our patients, and then to take advantage of just the beautiful climate that we have there, and the landscape, because it's a great place to start a trip. I mean, heading south on Highway 101, what a beautiful highway to see the ocean, and then you can pop over and just play in the mountains, but just so much to see and do. And you can even visit the city for some of the best seafood. I mean, it's
absolutely
a great time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to borrow a Pixel and come up with an adventure.
Yeah, no, these guys will be carrying Pixel here soon, so stay tuned on that, guys. They'll be landing here very soon.
So the nice thing about where we're sitting is we're, on your way up to Mount Hood. So we can kind of go, if we were taking the customer on a test drive, or we want them to have some sights to see, we're only about 15-20 minutes from Mount Hood. Today we're going to go out and cross over the Sandy River. It's only about 7 miles from the dealership. It's a nice little park. Dodge Park is where we're going. So I'm going to check that out. And we have, unlike a rainy day today, on the nice spring and fall days, we have beautiful views of the mountains from the dealership. And then I guess as part of that, when people come out, they can stay a night or two with us and go out, sample the sites, see what we have close, some of the adventure stuff, and then come back if they have questions and they need anything. So it's been an awesome place to have a dealership at.
All right, guys, we are here with Brandon, who's the owner of Johnson RV. Brandon,
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming on and doing this with us.
Thank you.
Yes. So Brandon's going to give us the origin story here, which I heard is a very interesting one.
Yeah.
You guys weren't born whole like this. You literally started from the ground.
Yeah, this is true. So it was 1998, so it's been a lot of years. But I started in my front yard with a used motorhome. And fast forward 8 years, and here we are, leader in Class B vans and the van life. We carry a lot of these products, and consequently, our team just has that passion and knowledge just over the years that we've gained. in that space.
So you started out with vans, basically.
We started out with like Class C's and got into van. We got into vans really early on with a couple of great products, Coachmen and Road Track. So we started way back in the day with them.
Yeah.
And fast forward to now, we've got I think we've got all the greatest brands.
Yeah, so just looking at the dealership here, I think you guys sort of carry a few different things, but you're very van-centric over here, both used and new, right?
Yeah, that is definitely our sweet spot. We are pros. That's what we eat, sleep, and drink. We love the van, the product, the lifestyle, that customer.
Yeah.
And we're very knowledgeable. So I think that's what makes us kind of a destination for customers looking to get into that van life.
Carl, I'm curious, man. Do you really think these Johnson RV guys are that much into Coachmen?
Let me tell you. Hey, Rudy.
Yeah?
How big are you into Coachmen?
Oh, baby.
Oh, look at that.
Only one in the world.
So we've got Mickey from Johnson, and we also have Carl. We're going out to actually drive these things around here, show the folks what we're talking about, that there's some really cool places like Mount Hood, etc. to see here. Why this is a destination.
Yeah, I think you got to see a little bit yesterday. We think it's beautiful out here all the time, but yesterday weather wasn't great. We get a little bit of rain and wind. Today we've got beautiful blue skies.
I forgot what the sun looked like.
Yeah. We do all year sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're going to cruise up the mountain, show some great spots we like to tell our customers about, people that come into town and spend a few days with us. So it's going to be a good day, I think.
Yeah, let's go do it. All right, guys, it's been fun actually checking out Johnson's here, the dealership, all the facilities you guys have. I think it's time for us to wrap it up. Mickey, is there anything you want us to know before we end?
I think we're just, for one, we're excited to have people out. We have a massive facility, so along with being able to upfit the vans that are being purchased or anything you would like to do to them, we have all those capabilities. We have a full service department and pre-delivery inspection department that are both a part of both buildings. And then we have a massive paint, body, and collision center. So we have capabilities to do just about everything here. We do it at a high level with a knowledgeable, great staff. And then the other thing that people are really surprised about, we have a couple of camp spots on the lot. Allows for people to come in, learn about their RV, get a great experience to know about it, but then stay the night. And if they have any questions in the morning, we're right here for them. They can go over anything that they might have missed or forgot, and just allows for an awesome experience to be able to get out on the road and be really knowledgeable about your RV.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kyle, thanks so much for inviting us out here. I see why you think these guys, why Coachmen think so much.
Yeah,
Johnson.
No, like I said, I can't stress enough. Johnson's such a good fit for us at Coachmen. We kind of have the same values in mind. So it's been my pleasure to have you guys out here for you guys to be able to experience that, and then hopefully be able to share with a lot of your viewers so that they know that they have an option out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, which you can see behind me. It's drastically changed in the past year.
Yes, it was sunny this morning. Now it's back to rain. We've seen snow.
Got to do it all here.
Around. Yeah, the lodge was awesome. What lodge was that, Turo?
Timberline Lodge, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic place.
Yes.
Massive fireplace.
Absolutely, yes. Which we got into a little bit of trouble with. But so if anyone wants to communicate with you, Carl, or find out more about Coachmen, how to?
Yeah. If anybody wants to contact us
directly at Coachmen, you're welcome to do that. You'll find all of our information or contact info on coachmenrv.com. You're welcome to go see obviously our Beyond product, but all of the products that we make there, and reach out to us. My name's Kyle. They can always patch you in directly with me. And then if they want to get in touch with somebody at Johnson,
Yeah, so we have 3 locations. So we're johnsonrv.com. Our staff is, I think, all knowledgeable, very experienced with all of the models, and we try to, between our 3 lots, have all 3 models available. So anybody I work with is fantastic. johnsonrv.com.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Big thanks to Johnson RV as well as Coachmen, and of course Lola for all the hard work behind the camera. We're out.